What an incredible game we have just witnessed. So it's Barcelona 3, Inter Milan 3. The Champions League this season is a gift that keeps on giving. Yesterday was Arsenal versus PSG, an entertaining kind of football. Today is Barcelona versus Inter Milan. I did not expect to see any of the things I saw today. I did not expect to see things that I saw today. I did not expect to see Inter Milan conceding 3 goals. I did not expect to see Inter Milan scoring 3 goals. You know, they get an opportunity, of course, in the 40th second through Thuram. It goes in. Dumfries also in the 21st minute. And just like that, they're 2-0 up. And I'm thinking at the back of my head, Inter Milan has this. You know, they have this in the bag. And now my mind is going as far as thinking, which team could be able to stop them between Arsenal and PSG? These guys, they seem like the real deal. Well, I guess it's my fault, you know, to count Barcelona out. I mean, they have a star player in Lamine Yamal, an amazing talent. At 17 years old, he's able to dictate a game anyhow he feels like. He's able to lead, you know, the tempo of the game. You see him creating his goal from nothing, and he scores. And after scoring, one thing I liked about that, you know, was how he celebrated. Of course, he celebrated given the fact that obviously they are a goal up. Now that brings back the mood, you know what I mean? But after, as he was celebrating, I see him looking at his teammates, sending out a message saying, calm down, we got this, let's play our game and everything will be okay. And of course, in the 30th minute, we see a very wonderful long ball from Petri. He gives it to Raphinha, and Raphinha heads it for Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres with his right foot hits it at the back of the net, and just like that, it's 2-2. And at this point, I'm thinking Inter Milan are praying that they go to halftime as things stand, because if this continues a little more, then they might just concede another goal. But lucky for them, it manages to stay 2-2. They go to halftime, of course, and they discuss whatever they do. And what they discussed seemed like it worked for them, because when they came back, they scored yet another one through a set piece from Dumfries, you know, Denzel Dumfries. And now it's 3-2. And I'm thinking, actually, Inter Milan are here to play. You know, they are here to play. In as much as they're sitting deep, it's a low block, but they want to play. They want to score. They believe they can do it. They are not afraid of this Barcelona side. My goodness, how much Inter Milan has improved. Wherever they go now, they demand the respect. You know, it's no longer a thing of where they say, this is Barcelona, so we're not going to do this or that. Yes, of course, it's Barcelona. The amount of quality they have is ridiculous. You know, you can't compete with them in that regard. So you're always going to play your game, and Inter Milan's game is low block. That's how they play. Even at home, I know that's what they're going to do. You know, they're just going to hope on counter-attack. And Barcelona, they seem to be so feeble, you know, when it comes to counter-attacacks. They do not know how to defend against that. We saw them concede 3 goals. This is not something that we expected, of course. But, well, it is what it is. And a magnificent game nonetheless. And I cannot wait for the second leg. And as things stand at this point in time, it's 50-50. From what we saw today, it's definitely going to be 50-50. Barcelona are also going to come out and play, just like how they did today. And Inter obviously are not going to lay down the carpet. They're going to just fight as hard too. An amazing game we witnessed today. Both coaches, man, they know what they're doing. Inzaghi, you know, Hansi Flick. And I've always said that one of the many reasons, right, that Barcelona and Real Madrid ran riot and controlled Europe was because of Messi and Ronaldo. You know, those guys were absolutely beasts, and that made them run Europe as a whole. And I'm thinking, obviously, when those guys departed, you know, to their respective leagues, one in Saudi and the other in America, I'm thinking now we're back to normal. Now everything is in balance. You know, there's no one too special as those guys. So everything will always be normal. That's what I was thinking until I see this Lamine Yamal kid. This kid is different. This kid is a different breed, man. At 17 years old, to play football the way he does, he plays it like he's in training. He tries things that no normal person would be able to. Physically, he's just as good, because I saw him fight, you know, shoulder to shoulder against Thuram. He managed to win the ball. So this is a player that knows what he wants. This is a player that enjoys the kind of football that he plays. I saw when he was being likened to Messi in his post in his pre match conference, he said that, you know what, I don't want to be compared to Messi. I just want to play my game. I just want to enjoy my game. And that's exactly what he's doing. You know, he's enjoying his game. And in as much as he's enjoying his game, he's making us enjoy his game. He cannot be hated, man. You cannot hate him. No matter how much you want, you cannot hate him. We see the likes of Haaland also, you know, praising him, saying this guy is just incredible. And that's how it is. You know, he is a player that manages to change a game at any moment. You know, at any moment. He was playing that semi-final like it was just, he was playing with his friends. You know, like DeMarco was in problems. DeMarco was being turned left, right. I saw him sliding. You know, he slid. Then wherever he stopped, he stood and he just looked in hope that the ball does not go in, and it hit the woodwork. And you saw that sigh of relief from him. So this guy is just difficult to play against, man. And obviously Dumfries played very well today. And the way Lamine Yamal played, we even forgot of Dumfries. Of course, Dumfries got you know, man of the match. Of course, what a performance he put in. You know, scoring 2 goals and also assisting 1 for Thuram. That was magnificent from him. So from what we saw today, guys, the second leg is definitely going to be an amazing encounter. It's definitely going to be an amazing encounter, and both these teams are going to go at it. They're going to fight, because today, although Barcelona were home, Inter also owned it. Inter also deserves the amount of respect that Barcelona got. So let's just wait and see the second leg. There's also Arsenal versus PSG. Arsenal obviously are a goal down, you know, and going there, obviously it's not their home, so they're going to try to fight. They're going to try to fight because they have nothing to lose. I mean, they've lost already. So just, it's like it's the 89th minute, you're losing 1-0. You add numbers, you know, you bring the keeper in, you know, to add more numbers with the set piece that is about to, you know, is about to take place. That way, you give yourselves an opportunity to score. If you do not, you have lost already, you know. So that's the Arsenal mojo at the minute. That's how they're looking at it, and that's how it's supposed to be. They have to go there and fight and make sure that whatever chances they create, they bury them, and in so doing, they'll be okay. As for Inter and Barcelona, Inter just have to fix their defending. Their defending was terrible. That's not the Inter I know. Of course, they're playing against a quality side in Barcelona. They were supposed to do better, though. You can't be 2 goals up and concede 2 goals like that, especially in the first half. They have to work on that. This is a team that has conceded the least amount of goals. Going into this encounter, I'm thinking obviously Barcelona's going to win, but they're probably going to win with a goal advantage. You know, I don't see them scoring 2 or 3 like they did. I didn't see that. I thought Inter were just going to concede, and we're just going to try to keep it as 1-0 as it can be, so that they finish the job at home. But them being able to be 2 goals up and now conceding 2 goals again, going 3, then conceding again, Inzaghi has to fix a few things there. But we can just say maybe it was the atmosphere, it was just too much for them. But nonetheless, they managed to, you know, to play a very good game against the Barcelona side. Both these teams, they wanted. We saw it today, you know, and that's how it is. Let's wait for the second leg and see how it goes. Please do not forget to like and subscribe so that you can see so much of these reactions and so much of these analysis. Thank you guys. Bye.